Meitei people of Churachandpur demands clarification from Minister L. Susindro on his recent statement related to their land documents. Firing reported at the Pombi, Khog and Tangjeng area of Vishnupur district. One village volunteers at Tangjeng sustained bullet injury. Statewide ban called by JAC formed in connection with missing of two teenage boys affects normal life. No unwanted incident related to ban so far. And condition of temporary shelter homes at Saombung unhygienic. No beds and no cooking gas for displaced people. Hello and welcome to Impact News. So watching Primetime English Bulletin, I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM bringing you the top stories and latest news at SR. Now the news in details. Khumujamba Meitei Laikai Patadar Land Owners Association Churachandpur demands clarification from Minister L. Susindro for recently stating that it is unfortunate for Meitei people in Churachandpur not to hold any land documents. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Association General Secretary Ngariyambam Ulen said a minister should first verify before speaking anything on a public platform, especially in the wake of prevailing conflicts. He said the minister's recent remark could be detrimental for the Meitei populace of Churachandpur. Ulen said the association on December 15th last year when the current Churachandpur DC, Darun Kumar, was SDO of the district, approached Deputy Registrar of Society to verify the land owned by Meitei people. Subsequently, Settlement Mandal verified the lands owned by Meitei people as true and sent a verification report to SDC Churachandpur. Demanding Minister Susindro to clarify his misleading statement, the Association General Secretary also pointed out that the relief package decided by government for resettlement of displaced people is too meager. He also urged the government for similar actions taken in More for Churachandpur as well to facilitate safe return of the displaced people.
Koi Meitei se hairiba New Bazaar Mamtop Laikai Khumujamba haisida akoigi Meitei se targa lerame haise survey report layeba mase koi Churachandpur gisida ko aduga 1960-61 gi MLR LRX se masina harise akoigi akhanaba hill district oiragasu akhanaba Churachandpur area More gumba asugumba mafam yam leidi ko masi mafam sida akoigi tribal ichinnaw nataba atopa Meitei na lam leiriga tabiyai habase masi ayaba su pirabaneba isa gi pata leiriba mafam fazana leiriba mafam asida tumaina thambirambase masi khitang nungaijade masi sengdokpiyu gi honorable chief minister nazu akoigi phanggadoba matik chaba compensation jo thambiyu thuna akoi aduda shift taunabase masi sinbiyu.
Firing broke out between the armed Kuki miscreants and Vishnupur district police joined by village volunteers at Pombi Khok in Vishnupur district early today. Intense firing was on till the time of filing this report. There is no report of casualties so far. A village volunteer sustained bullet injury in the hands of armed Kuki miscreants at Tangjeng in Vishnupur district today. The armed miscreants reportedly attacked the village with bombs and guns since 5 a.m. Village volunteers retaliated and a heavy exchange of fire broke out. State forces rushed to the site and took stock of the situation. The village volunteer suffered injury on his hand in the gunfight and was rushed to hospital. There is still tension in the areas as more armed miscreants have gathered with chances for further gunfight. The 33-hour statewide ban called by JC formed in connection with missing of two teenage boys, which began at 4 a.m. today, hit normal life in valley areas of the state. Educational institutions, private offices, banks, petrol pumps and commercial establishments were all shut down. Roads wore deserted looks except for few vehicles plying on emergency. It may be noted that the JAC has demanded government to find whereabouts of the two boys before completion of a bond period, else warns of launching an intense agitation along with civil society organizations, students, bodies and the general public. Security personnel, including RAF, have been stationed at strategic locations to prevent any untoward incident during the bond period. Streets in Jiribam district all wore deserted look due to the Manipur band called by JC formed in connection with missing of two boys. Shops and schools remained closed and vehicles remained off the road. Jiribam district police are keeping a strict vigilant to prevent any untoward incidents. Women folks held a sit-in at Langol Chingmi Tami Nupi Yaifa Thaurang Loophole, urging relevant authorities to find the two missing boys. They demanded government to locate the two boys and to hand them over to their respective families. They also condemned the attack on Meitei Lipul Chief Pramod Singh by unidentified miscreants.
Angani mangki bazigi ngasi phawal langlalang jin phangdana leiriba si sarkarna athuba matamda tekda kaidana imung manungda sinabiu haininge sinataba mamangda su angang ani satra nupa macha manubi macha mamangi bagi langlalang jin phangdana haujik phabu leiribadi sarkarna sida athuba matamda miyang changbiu langol da leiriba mipung khudimang su akhoi isamakni khallaga thamoi sona nungaijade akhoi hujik langol da leiriba CRPF amasung central BSF mayam ama thachallaga leire akhoi di maina paibi thokku kire akhoi hujik Panda Maira Babi Toga, Lambi Lamhang, a Quakan, Sorok Mapanda Pambakire. I say a tuba matamda, Senten Poski when I was in the Plap Tok Biggerona, Quaisaka, the Hyzeningi.
Apunba Kurkul Nupi Chaukad Lub also staged protest meet in connection with missing of two youths. They urged relevant authorities to locate the boys at the earliest. United Protection Committee Women Wing Nambold also took out protests condemning the alleged abduction of two boys by Kuki militants. Secretary of United Protection Committee Women Wing Nambold, Eld Premila, said government has failed to act effectively to trace the two boys. Kaisangthong Thangjam Leirak Panthoibi Maira Marup also staged a sit-in at Kaisangthong Thangjam Leirak Machin, demanding the relevant authorities to find the two missing boys and also for their safe release. Kongpal Social Development Organization KSDO and Kongpal Khaidem Laikai Apunban Nupilub also jointly took out the protest in connection with missing of two boys. They staged a sit-in at Market Shade in Kongpal Khaidem Laikai. Protesters vowed to support in any agitations that family members of the two missing boys and Joint Action Committee decide to carry out in future. Consumption and sale of intoxicants and drugs and gambling are banned from today onwards in placed under 91 Meitei Langol area. Meitei Langol Welfare Preservation and Protection Committee unanimously resolved to impose the ban in meeting today. Restrictions have been imposed in Laimanai, Langol Ningtho, Laimakulend, Aying Laikai, Warog, Lairembi Laikai, Wangding, Yumjao Manbi, Punshikuld, Punsi Laikai, Game Village, John 1, John 2, John 3, John 4, Type 2 and Type 3 quarter. The committee cautioned that anyone violating it must accept the decisions taken against them by the committee. Meitei Langol Welfare Preservation and Protection Committee also decided to take stern action against those who are found dumping thresh along the NIT road till Lumphil DC. Committee General Secretary H. Mungi Jao said the committee took the decisions with an objective to curb drug abuse among people. helped build a healthy society and bring everyone together in safeguarding the state.
Lurba Lepak Sigunaba, and Famasida, Irepak, Iramda Sibu, Kananabki Damakta, Wakan Chungchinabada, and Kumang Sakshanaba, Amadi, Akoi Maseng Marakta, Unity with Danabagi, Nisasing as in a Proktanabaki Damakta, Hariba Timbase, Machelangon, Welfare, Preservation, and the Protection Committee, what if Singasi, Nasi Punkiwami Famasida, whatever Tabalodena, Lamdamasida, Libiriba, Irisa, Singima Famda, Hariba, Timbasi Tamzabani, Manamadana, Lamdamasida, Libiriba, Iriasida Liba, 91, Machi, Lamuna Conva, Lamdamasida, Libiriba, my Bensing, Marapai Lopsing, and the club on Icensing. Amadi tongan balub chingna asigum ating base manana aikoi punam amatoina irisa idam dam sigi laiba siku thengnai balam phamasida mai pak na nabiga sobo lambiama aikoi masig manukta unity do porok nabagi damakta ating basi thamjabani.
Ahead of Athobashingi Ningsing Numit or Martyrs Day of prescribed Pripag on November 12th, Red Army of Pripag conveys respect to all the revolutionaries who had laid down their lives for the land. Press note signed by Pripag Publicity and Propaganda charged the affairs. Leibak Ngak Peluang said Pripag has been observing November 12 as Martyrs Day since 1979 in memory of two cadres of Pripag, Dhiren and Kavikanta, who along with Dhiren of proscribed PLA were martyred when CRPF and Manipur police jointly attacked their transit camp at Kamang on November 12, 1978, and also in memory of Pripag leader R.K. Tulachandra, who laid down his life in the hands of security forces at Sugar Factory Complex in the Kabawakching on November 12, 1985. Pripag urged people to forego any kinds of celebrations on November 12 and to light candles at homes and memorial sites of martyrs. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you reports on a condition of displaced people at the temporary shelter home in Sawombung. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kari.
Washing machine am taking the
Yani apam badum yengbiu.
No for delay bro.
Koi choice the offer to why share zani.
Now this the labor TV sing this the medium way size for ning the don't believe.
Makal kuding gi loi phangani da. Koi me jo hapna pijari bo for shi koi 45% phawgo dum offer lei gi. Sigi side by side ki free jim low bo madam jana. Koi sigi double blow je. Sigi mo free da happy.
Langshin Video, Pena Departmental Store, Sagolban, Mabudo Mantri Laikai, Salam, Awang Laikai, Shanghai Tel Road, Miam Gidamak Pangbigani, Tongan items sing, grocery, cosmetics, cookeries, household appliances, furniture sing, Apaba Makalki products sing, washing machine, freeze, mattress Namade, Laitingi Oiba Makalkagi items sing, Ataba Mamalda, heavy discount pijari, loan gi Kudong Chavasu pijari.
15 days gynecological laparoscopic surgery camp from 6 to 20 November 2023 at Caesar Hospitals, Langol and Caesar Arbang OPD Kesampan. Avail free OPD consultation with our expert, 15% concession on diagnostic and procedures. For registration, contact Caesar Hospitals.
Triangle Tutorial Center, Sangaipuro near LF School. Admission to open. Laklib December 3rd ki class 10 ki division course hokjiragani amadi laklib January ki tang ahum dagi class 9 ki class 10 ki foundation course su hokjiragani. Chahi kun hena teaching experience lerpata natana bossem di coordinator kayarak koi biraklaba faculty singna math, science, English, and social science subjects sing takpi tambiri. Relief camp ki satu singi oina admission fee logjeroi amadi nopa amadi nupi ki tonganba boarding su thamjari. Akopa moral ki damak 9862315038 natraga aikogi office link birakuna kambibiyagani.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Impact Primetime English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, government has constructed temporary shelter homes for internally displaced people of prevailing violence at the cost of crores of rupees, but it has failed to provide basic necessities like a bed to sleep on and cooking gas to cook food. Impact News visited the temporary shelter homes constructed by state government at Sawombung and Imphal East District today and witnessed the same. In medicine, these houses are sleeping on the floor, but due to lack of space for airflows or contamination gap between mattresses and the floor, moistures get trapped, making these floors wet, hence risking their health as molds, mildews and pests can all thrive in such environment. The inmates said no matter what they do, whether they place plastic mats or carpets, the floor get wet. They appeal to the government to provide them with a bed each, considering the cold season, and also appeals to provide them with cooking gas.
Sadu yang kumana na khangba khundang khong kendra dagi lakchabani hazik home jida koi je image je koi sida koi punna leijare ada koi gi pen da ba koi gi awata haiba se koi ji tumham ji yengbiyo tumham je moi mopak piraga makha de sing phawole tumma yadre nare ai samak su nadana ai gi munung nadana awaba kya thengna leire sida mioi ba mana tumbam jabham haibase koi gi khatang yengsembi bese ipamje ado haji phamung pide gas pide adagi leiba phamung piriba mafamse akoi leibak to tumbo gobne asar mathak tum haji yengbiu haji kaino tawiraga ising phamung gi ising so khale makhada.
Renowned Manipur film actor R.K. Somorendra, popularly known as Kaiku, has appealed to everyone to generously donate winter clothes for displaced victims and relief camps. Kaiku made the appeal while giving away warm clothes, edible items and children toys for inmates at the relief camp opened at the Kumbi Terakha of Vishnupur district today. He highlighted the plights facing displaced victims at relief camps as the cold winter sets in. He maintained that inmates in relief camps are prone to infections and diseases as they are sleeping on mattresses which are spread on the floor. Kaiku encouraged the masses to donate clothing items to help ease the difficulties of displaced victims. Silchar-based Meitei group Speed Hunter also donated relief materials to the relief camp. Popular Manipur filmed actor Athokpam Gokul, Soma Laishram, Mombi Niki, Daya, Mayanglangbam Uttam and Joli Irungbam also took part in the relief camp visit and interacted with children.
Haneke thoibu lan si jam aruba lan adu haneke lan sida so draga sagi laibak thibu tho sida hinga la che like relief camp laiba kan sida chin be order lan ne lai sining tham lan sidi ing bra khang mu duri ba ken am relief camp sidi mopak thaga sagi lebam kha tha tummuni na aing ba sidi khangam dabri na ain pamjai ba man putal ba khoi gi chino me am haitare mai angam ba marui na idam tha jigi phejup ti kai mo comfort gi angam ma mateng pangmi na si ang marui angang khungup ti kai degi jacket degi jersey degi amdom mateng pangmi na haneke lan sida haneke aing ba lan si amdom si ju mai pak na me am to honje
Sugumba kayama relief camp kayama mafam kayama du sulairi ngami ba makai akhoi angamba mateng pangna ba khona jage aduga lan sisu kitang thuna loshana ba khoi government side amdi mari leina ba side tagi su di ishor su khoi myam puna khoiramina se duga mayam puna safana nusichana na wakhal leitana amuk hana lemina ba oise.
Tenant farmers appealed to paddy land owners at Harauro, Ngarangbam, Serok Hild, Morok Inkold and Taurem Kul in Imphalis district to waive off their annual collection in the wake of scanty rain received this year. They also appealed to government and relevant departments to address their grievances. A unit of Loksal was opened at Wangu Naudakong today with an aim to facilitate agricultural activities in areas which could not be utilized due to ongoing violence. An awareness program was also organized with the aim to keep the agricultural fields greened even after paddy harvest season. Speaking on the sideline, President of Loksal Mutum Churamani said Loksal will provide every possible assistance to keep agricultural fields occupied with crops even after paddy harvest season. He also shot government to help farmers in keeping their fields occupied with crops throughout the year. Seeds received from the horticulture department were also distributed on the occasion. Delhi-based NGO Support Our Heroes collaborated with Ex-Servicemen Association Churachandpur and handed over free ration kits to the Jila Sainik Board in Churachandpur. The initiative was made under Project PITHU. Ration kits were handed over to 22 beneficiaries who had fought the 1972 Indo-Pak War and have retired from their service. CCIA and Forum Peace Committee gave financial help to 4 individuals who had sustained bullet injuries in November 7 firing incident at Kangchup Jingkhong, Imphal West. Forum representatives led by their convener Angomcha Chingkai visited Raj City in North AOC today and handed over financial help to them. Among them, 2 are Village Defence Force volunteers and one belongs to the State Force. Speaking on the sideline, Angomcha Chingkai said the forum have been extending help in every possible to violence-affected people and will continue to do so.
Minority oi habagi namada makoina akoida signari bise masi makoida leiriba power se kanano habjo ko khangdo wino mathok tare akoina chakot pe lamjin na koi Manipur su yahong na ba changsan gado matam asida leptana khanaba horagli banina akoi masi thengkhang karak haugiba tha taruk se thengna do lakhre makha taba singri thengna base masi hanjan thengna ka akoi ki chakot pe lamjin akoi je yam maithiba mo oigdo redona maru phangna sigumba chakot pe khongjel lamjin da mioi begi punne himina begi lamjin da leptuna khanaba hodoriba mahika pangkhak oiraba makhoi singasdi mapung phana mathat pai base mase tangai phadaba mo oira habase ngasile bak mayam da sisian forum gi makai dagi appeal abuka tawjari.
Books and Brains Library Kisampa donated various relief materials including blanket, warmer, books, notebooks and baby foods at various relief camps opened at the Kakching and Vishnupur district. The helps were extended after carrying out a fund-raising campaign by Books and Brain Library Kisampa. 8th National Ayurveda Day on Ayurveda for Everyone on Every Day was observed today at Uripo Khoshnam Laikai Community Hall. National Health Mission Ayush Celled United Senior Citizens Forum USCF and Old Manipur Ayush Doctors Association AMADA jointly held the observance. Speaking on the sideline, Amada President Dr. N. Pauna emphasized that getting regular Ayurvedic treatment and following Ayurveda practices helped people to stay healthy and to live longer. He said with advancement of science and technology, Ayurvedic medicines are enhancing and these medicines are gaining more popularities among people. Also, Ayurveda treatment and medicines help cure chronic ailments and it is more appropriate for elderly patients. As a part of the observance, a free health camp was also conducted. The camp benefited people with free ultrasound, diabetes screening test, vision tests and Ayush medicines.
ngasi science and technology gi thakta chakholaklaba matamasida akhoi gi ayurveda ga khusam naraga chatpada akhoi anauba treatment modalities mayam ma akhoi puthokpa ngame molecular level lagi hauna akhoi hidak mayam sungakpa ngame company mayam amana ayurvedic division mayam puthoktuna akhoi gi afaba makhan gi hidak mayam amana akhoi gi laina mayam phanba ngame maru oina akhoi gi hal oirba sing geriatric sing care sing sida akhoi maru oina masida emphasis ama pc haina akhoi handak ministry na chauba guideline ama pire masida ahan sing na chabadana hena
Tamenglong DC Dr. Angsim Dhangshawa chaired a meeting on systematic voters education and electoral participation as VEEP, which was convened at the conference hall of Mini Secretariat in Tamenglong District Headquarters today. The meeting was held with an objective to educate public about the electoral process for the upcoming Lok Sabha election of 2024. Under the chairmanship of a district election officer, a 9-member committee is also constituted to supervise the planning and implementation of SVEEP in Tamenglong district. Now the news from the world of sports. Manipur stood 7th by scoring a total of 82 medals in the 37th National Games Goa 2023, becoming the only state from Northeast to enter India's top 10 states. The game under the aegis of Indian Olympic Association kicked off officially on October 26 and concluded yesterday. More than 10,000 sportspersons from 23 states and 8 union territories of India competed in 44 events. Despite violence, unrest and economic crisis, players from Manipur gave outstanding performances. Manipur players competed in 25 various events and clinched 30 golds, 22 silvers and 30 bronze medals at the game. Players from the state face inconveniences in bearing expenses to travel till Goa to participate in the national game. As such, it would be thoughtful for the government to provide reimbursement to them. The government, along with sports lovers in the state, should strive towards nurturing more players of athletic and aquatic events, as these events provide greater chances for winning medals. Manipuri bodybuilder Thingujam Ritesh bagged 3rd position in the 14th WBPF World Bodybuilding and Physique Sports Championship, which kicked off at Wonsu, city of South Korea, on November 6th. Ritesh bagged the 3rd spot in 75 kg junior men's bodybuilding. In the same competition, India's Narendra Yadav bagged 1st position, while Vietnam's Trong Haong Long comes 2nd. In junior women's modeled physique, Manipur's Naurem Jenica came 4th, while she also stood 5th in the junior women's fitness physique competition. A total of 400 bodybuilders from the 48 countries are competing in the championship when end on November 12th. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Meitei people of Churachandpur demands clarification from Minister L. Susindro on his recent statement related to their land documents. Firing reported at the Pombikog and Tangjing areas of Manipur district. 1 village volunteers at Tangjing sustained bullet injury. Statewide ban called by JC formed in connection with missing of 2 teenage boys affects normal life. No unwanted incidents related to ban so far. And conditions of temporary shelter homes at Sawombung unhygienic, no bath, no cooking gas for displaced people. Well, thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Khanghanjaba High Court of Manipur ki AI Assistant Legal Translation Advisory Committee ki makhada daily wages basis ta makhagi post sing asi kaujari. Program Coordinator ani nongmada lupa chamnga, Legal Researcher manga nongmada lupa chamnga, Technical Assistant manga nongmada lupa chamnga.